Hi, it's Shane here from ITTN, coming to you again with another episode of our Out and About series. This time we're down on the Haddington Road here in Dublin to sit down and have a chat with Craig Morgan, the new MD of TUI Ireland. Well, when I say new, he's been in the role about 10 months now, taking over from Simon Eaton. So we're going to have a chat with him to find out what TUI's plans are for 2022, how the package holiday is performing post-COVID, and also if they have any other plans or surprises for us in the next upcoming year or two. Anyway, stay tuned to see how we got on. So Craig, thanks so much for making the time for us here today.
No problem at all. It's great to actually be back talking about something a little bit more positive and a bit more normal. So no problem at all.
You've been in this new role about 10 months now. So how's it panning out?
It's fair to say it's been challenging. I mean, I took this role and we hadn't operated or taken a customer on holiday for getting on for 8 months. But I mean, I think one of the big things we were doing at that time was just making sure we were looking after our customers, making sure, I mean, our summer 22 programme has been on sale for well over a year now. So where customers haven't been able to travel, we've given them the flexibility to amend forward into future seasons, which has been great. I guess we've had a few false dawns. I mean, I've said a few times, it feels like one step forward, three back sometimes. But once we got to the middle of January and the government started lifting the restrictions, particularly around in-destination testing, that was massive for us. We saw a really big spike, I suppose, in demand as soon as that happened. And I guess certainly the last couple of weeks, things have looked a lot more positive. And for the first time in almost 2 years, I'm able to sit here and say our bookings are in line with what we'd expect for this time of year, and it's a peak demand period, and we're seeing that demand across all of our channels. I've been really pleased with the demand across retail in Ireland, and we talk to the agents, we talk to our agents, we talk to third-party agents, and I'm just seeing that more positive momentum, that positive mindset, and people are being optimistic. I mean, one of the agents we were talking to last week, we give them and they said, we're going to smash your targets. And it's just good to see that positivity again, I suppose.
I suppose kind of coming out of COVID, I'd have to imagine that TUI must be in a very strong position due to, I suppose, people like the security of the package holiday.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that, and that's something that I guess gives us a lot of optimism for the future. I think the way we've treated our customers through the pandemic and the security we've been able to give them is really, really important. That's been a massive focus for us. Like I say, we've put on extra resources in the contact centre. We've got the TUI holiday promise in place. We've got the protection and the bonding. We know if anything goes wrong, we've got our refund guarantee in place. So there's lots of things that we've tried to put in place more than ever to give customers the confidence to book with TUI, and the security of a package I think is really key, because we can control every part of the customer journey from the point they book. So we've got our own airline, we've got our own hotels in destination, we've got a massive destination services team out in resort. So anything that goes wrong, we're there at every step. And I think certainly the demand for package holidays versus booking those components, we've really seen that demand spike.
And are you finding that the more, I suppose, your traditional package holiday is doing kind of better than, say, something like maybe your Morella cruises, or how's it kind of balancing?
Yeah, I mean, I think like all aspects of our business, demand's been a bit up and down depending on the restrictions. Cruise has been slightly more challenging because there are greater restrictions. I mean, even Morella Cruise is coming back, but it's fair to say there's greater demand for that package holiday than the components, because we at TUI do sell the components as well, things like seat only, we've got accommodation only, but we're seeing customers want the security of that package more than ever.
Yeah, I can imagine the role of the rep is it was probably about to fade out, back in 2019, but it's nearly more important than ever.
Yeah, absolutely. We've very much seen that over winter, and there's been lots of conversation going on across TUI around making sure we have got that personalised rep service in resort. We've actually put on more reps in our destinations in winter, and customers will have that personal service if they need it, as well as the new technology. So we're really working on things like the app, and making sure that if a customer doesn't want to or hasn't got access to an app, they can very easily, they can very easily find the information they need in the app.
I suppose behind the scenes, I've been hearing great feedback about, like I said, Dave and the rest of the team really helping out the trade during the pandemic. It's been great to hear.
Yeah, and that's brilliant. I mean, that's been when I've had the opportunity to get over to Ireland, that's been one of the first things I've wanted to do, to get out and meet our partners in the trade. And I'm certainly starting to see the enthusiasm and the knowledge these people have got. And I can just see how beneficial those relationships are. And that's something we really want to continue, I suppose.
And then looking I suppose, past 2022 and maybe into 2023, is there anything that you might be working on that you could give us a nod or a hint?
Yeah, I mean, as I've said, customers clearly haven't had a chance to go away for a while. They really want to get away. We can see the demand is there. We can see there's demand for things like long haul, which has been very successful for us in the past. We want to react to the huge demand we're seeing out there in the market, and we've got a greater range of product on sale further in advance, I suppose, than we've ever had. We've already got summer 23 on sale. We've already got things like Lapland on sale for next Christmas, which we saw a huge amount of demand for this Christmas, because it's a really unique and magical holiday experience, I suppose. The ski program, we saw huge demand for ski this year, so we are looking at potentially expanding our ski program next year, so we're hoping to have some exciting news on that soon.
Brilliant. Well, thanks a million for taking the time out and for coming all the way over from the UK to chat to us here today.
No problem at all, really good. Thank you.
Cheers.